Hello everyone, welcome to Clondalkin Group's production of Any Except Politics. Just a few short notices now before we begin tonight's show. There's an unlikely event of an emergency. I'd like to direct your attention to the emergency exit in either the way you came or out you left. Where the cast members will be running, so just follow them. The ladies' toilet is just behind the door there to the left, and the gentlemen's toilet is downstairs. Now I know that's a bit of a pain, but you can kind of run off and get yourself a pint when you're at it. Mobile phones must be turned off. And photography is allowed, but you must be upon silent or wear a flash for photography. Now, last night a phone did go off during performance and threw the actors off, so I would actually like you off the police popping phones. And I'll sit down. There will be a 10-minute break in the first act and a 15-minute interval in between both shows. So wouldn't that please enjoy the show, and thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Madeline.
Sir Clive, thank you for seeing me.
No, my pleasure, please. Have you been offered tea?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, how can I help?
Well, what would help me most right now is if you just sat and listened for a while, if that's okay.
Okay, far away.
It's a long story.
Well, I'm sitting comfortable.
Sorry, does that thing record interviews?
Yes, don't worry, it's not on.
I prefer it were. You don't mind?
Well, if that's what you want. Okay, we're rolling. Take it from the top.
Okay, well, I suppose it all started about 5 years ago at the party conference. John was a bit of a high flyer, tip for the top. It was just the time when public sensibilities were starting to shift. We had the expense scandals, the bankers, the riots. People were losing faith in the political establishment. And then there were the disasters. The oil leaks, the Japanese nuclear plants, the tsunamis. It was no wonder that the Greens would pick up some of the disenchanted electorate. Anyone with a bit of green conscience and nowhere else to go. So the timing was right. All it needed was someone with a bit of charisma to articulate the message. John Brown was that man.
Be no doubt, the procrastinating politicians and bambling bureaucrats of Kyoto have failed us. They have failed us in the most spectacular fashion. But this is no longer about us. This is about our children and our children's children. It is about securing the very survival of this magnificent, mysterious, magical planet that we are privileged to call home. So I have a message for procrastinating politicians and bambling bureaucrats. It's a simple, stark message. Go green or die. Yes, it's as simple as that. Go green or die. There is no third option. It is a message we must deliver, because if we don't, then surely no one else will. Go green or die. We must hear it echo in every school, in every street corner, in every pub, club and shop, in every home, in every boardroom, in every corridor of power, until the argument is won. But, friends, colleagues, there is a dilemma. For this party must never be labelled as the party of despair. It must be, and is, the party of hope. So I have a second message, a message just as important as the first. And this message we must deliver with equal vigour and equal fortitude. My second message is simply this. Green is the new gold. Why? Because green is the currency with which we shall secure not just our survival, but our future economic prosperity, with new opportunities for enterprise, new technologies, new jobs, new hope. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is bright. The future is green. Thank you.
John Brown, everyone. Thank you, John. Well, you'll be glad to know I'm not even going to try in front of that. So that's all for tonight, folks. Coffee being served just outside of the foyer. Thank you all for coming and safe journey home.
Was it okay?
Oh, more than okay, Brother John. After a performance like that, well, I don't want to count anybody's chickens, but between you, me, and the gatepost, so I think you've nailed the leadership.
Well, glad to have done my best.
More than a bit, John. There's no way those buggers could bear their heads in the sand now, eh?
Yeah. That's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, did you see those TV cameras? This makes national news of well, you'll walk it, John.
I'm not running for leader, Brian.
What?
I've decided to pull out.
Don't be daft, John. You're head and shoulders of everyone else. You're a stand-up candidate.
Nevertheless,
Isn't this what you've always wanted?
the timing's not right.
John, what? Timing's never been more right. Sure, look at this. 17%, John. 17 bloody percent. You know what that means? That means the party's flying up on the polls. No one can win this election without us, John, and you're the standard candidate. If you play your cards right, you could end up with a ministerial post in the next coalition government. Or even better, by this time next year, you could be Prime Minister.
You're always ambitious, Brian.
And look, it's my job as the chairman of this party to find the next party leader, and well, I think I found her.
Well, my answer's still no. Sorry.
I am a little bit shocked and, dare say it, disappointed.
What about Derek for leader?
Derek's an arse. He's a dinner. Can you imagine Derek in front of Paxman?
No.
No.
What about Kate?
Kate's a woman, John.
If I didn't know you better, Brian, I might interpret that as one of your infamous sexist remarks.
Don't give me all that PC crap, John. Men only take the green argument when it's out of the other mouths of men. When women go banging on about it, it just doesn't make sense. It reminds them of doing the recycling. It reminds men of too much of home.
Ever as a pragmatic politician?
Ah, yes. How about we move on to stage 2 of my persuasion process, John?
What's that?
Put down your water. I'm going to buy you a proper drink.
No thanks.
First you turned down the leadership, and now you're turning down an actual drink. You're not John Brown, you're some form of alien imposter.
I've just got another appointment. That's
Ah,
all.
hopefully not another consultation. I'm sure you're raking those in. You're not consulting with the enemy, are you?
No. It's, well, it's a hospital appointment.
No. Nothing serious, I hope.
Well,
John?
quite probably, yes.
John, what the hell?
Let's leave it.
Is this something to do where you don't want to stand?
Look, Brian, you're a good mate. I'm just not in the mood to talk about it right now, if that's okay.
What? You know we could have cancelled today.
No, I wanted to do this. I need something to keep my mind occupied. Well, I better get going.
So, you didn't tell the chairman what was wrong?
Not at that point, no. To be fair, he didn't really know then. I mean, he knew it was something serious, but...
Okay, so he hinted he didn't want the leadership. It was a health issue, then what?
That's when he came to see me. Mr. Brown, I'm Madeline Gascoigne.
You're not the man I saw before.
Glad you spotted that. I'm a woman.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Not really the time for idle quips. Has the nurse done the blood samples?
Yes, but I thought you would have got your test done.
Yes, but we like to track any changes. Anyway, just been watching you on the telly.
Oh, really?
Yes, Channel 4 News. You were very good.
Nice.
You certainly get my vote.
Right now, I'm more interested in your test results.
Yes, of course. Do you want the bad news or the possible good news first?
Well, I've been preparing myself all week for bad news.
Right.
So how bad is it?
Not good.
That's the good part.
Yes.
Great. Alright, go for it.
Well, I'm afraid it is, as we suspected, a very rare and very aggressive form of the disease. And I'm duty bound as a medical professional to inform you that the prognosis is poor.
Oh,
Very poor, I'm sorry.
thank you for your honesty.
Can I get you something? A drink or something?
Have you got brandy?
No, sorry.
Look, I need all the help I can get. You mentioned something about some possible good news.
Yes. Like I said, this disease, very new, very rare. You're only the third person ever to be diagnosed.
Oh, lucky me.
So rare, in fact, no one's doing any research on it. I mean, there's nothing in it for the drug companies. It's pretty much uncharted territory.
Remind me, this is the good news, right?
Well, yes. And no. I'm afraid the possible good news does come with a bit of bad news.
Brilliant. So the bad news is terrible and the good news comes from an extra helping of bad news.
That's a fair assessment.
Water.
Sorry?
I'll have a glass of water.
Oh, right. There you go.
Thanks.
So I said no one's doing research on this. Not quite true. There is one person. Me.
You.
Not much to look at, I know, but I'm pretty much the leading authority on this. Well, actually the only authority at the moment. That's why I'm here. I've been doing some interesting testing with this stuff.
What's that?
Panellus stypticus, commonly known as the bitter oyster. Not sure why, it's not an oyster at all. It's a naturally occurring fungus. Take a look.
It's glowing.
It's bioluminescent. It's got some other interesting properties too, like it can detoxify environmental factors and it can act as an astringent to help stop bleeding. But the property I'm most interested in is its appetite.
Appetite.
Yes, it particularly seems to like the rogue cells that are causing your disease. Drink this stuff, the spores find their way into the bloodstream, it sniffs them out, hunts them down, and, well, eats them.
Wow.
Now let me emphasize, this is not a cure or anything like one, but the tests I've done so far seem to show it might be able to help keep the disease at bay.
This is a dangerous starting to sound like good news.
Yes, well, don't get too carried away. I'm afraid my tests do have a couple of issues.
I'm listening.
Okay, issue number one, I've only ever conducted my tests on mice
Mice.
and rats.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not a rodent.
And that's why we have to be careful. It's notoriously difficult to scale these things up successfully. But I have just received permission from the medical council to conduct my tests on a willing human.
Ah, then you want me to be the willing human.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it's a no-brainer then.
Not quite.
What's that?
Okay, here comes the bad news part of the good news.
Oh, I thought I've already got that.
Really?
The rats and the mice bits.
Oh no, that wasn't it.
Oh, so it's the worst to come.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I'm afraid there's two potential stumbling blocks. The main one is, of course, it simply may not work. It's never been
Tested on humans. Yes, I got that. And the other?
The other is a side effect.
Which is?
Changing colour.
Changing colour.
Yes, the mice and the rats, they all, well, changed colour.
In what way?
They went green.
What?
Sorry.
Green?
Yes,
How green?
just very, very green.
So wait, you're telling me that if I take this, it might not work, and I might change colour.
No, that's not what I'm telling you. What I'm saying is, it might not work, and you will change colour. There's no doubt about that. This stuff is voracious. Once it gets inside you, it permeates your skin, your hair, your nails.
Nails?
Yes, everything. Trust me. You will go bright green.
Green nails?
And you'll glow in the dark.
Oh, that's just icing on the cake, isn't it? So you'll be able to see I'm green when the bloody lights are off.
I know this isn't the news you wanted to hear.
Nah, on the contrary, this is exactly the news I wanted to hear. I'm cock-bloody hoop. Things couldn't be going better. I just made a speech on national television telling the world that if they don't go green, they're going to die. And now you're telling me, if I don't go green, I'm going to die.
There is a bit of irony there, isn't there? But yes, I'm afraid you will go green, Mr. Brown.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Hardly.
No, wait, forget it. I know what this is. This is all about you.
Me?
You and your damn reputation.
Got nothing to do
You your
with
damn tests and your overlooking me scientific colleagues. Aren't I clever? I'll tell the bloody medical journal. Well, stop that. No. What do I have to be the green guinea pig?
Because you're the only one.
What about the other two? You said 3 of us have got this. Why can't they see if it works first?
Because they're dead. That's what you're going to be if you don't trust me. This is not about me, Mr. Brown. It's all about you.
How long have we got?
A few months, maybe.
And the green business? How long does that take?
Overnight.
I hate you.
It would be unprofessional of me to raise your hopes too much. But for what it's worth, off the record, I'd be amazed if this didn't do for you what it did for those rats.
Turn them into freaks.
Saved their lives.
Right, well, it's all the same to you. I'm going to sleep on it.
Of course.
And you have that long, I take it?
Just about. Look, call me when you're ready. And please, give yourself a chance. The sooner we start treatment,
The sooner I go green.
And did he?
Did he what?
Did he sleep on it?
Oh, I doubt he slept very much that night. Would you?
No.
He went home, presumably to chat it through with girlfriend.
Okay, ladies, let's get in formation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
Alright. I've had better. Did you see my speech?
No, it was on TV.
I told you it might be.
No, sorry, the passion of my fitness league is I'm a week behind.
You've got a week behind.
I'm a week behind the course.
No.
What?
I said no. Look, can we take this thing off?
Nearly done.
March, march, march. Now left arm thrust and right arm thrust and left arm thrust and right arm thrust. Now swing those arms, ladies. Swing. Now stretch to the left and stretch to the right and left and right and left and right and thrust that pelvis forward, back and forward, back and rest.
Yo, I'm knackered. So how was it?
What?
The speech.
You know, that was terrible, was it? Very.
What's that?
Oh, it's just a routine medical
Shit,
check.
John, cover it up. You know how I hate blood.
It's only.
I can feel my legs going funny already.
Oh, sorry.
You don't want me to faint again, do you?
It was me who had the test done.
Just cover it up.
Better.
You know, sometimes you can be really insensitive.
What?
I'm gonna go get ready. I've only got an hour.
Ready for what?
I'm going out with Jane tonight. I did tell you, didn't I?
No.
I'm sure I did.
I'm sure you didn't.
I'm sure you didn't say it.
I'm sure you didn't say it. I wasn't listening. What?
I'm sure I did say it.
Well, clearly not.
I clearly I did. I'm gonna go already. I can't be arguing with you.
Just go. Did I mention I was dying now? Insensitive me, I know. There might even be some blood. But if you could just pause your keep it DVD long enough to bury me, I'd appreciate it.
I take it that John and his girlfriend will not see eye to eye.
Well, I'm probably a whisker bias, but no, I don't think they were made for each other. I mean, she was a pretty little thing, of course. And men are quite easily capable of forgiving pretty little things. More readily than... No, sorry. I'm about to become a terrible bitch. You don't want to hear this.
Could we just stick to the facts?
That is a fact, but anyway, John rang me that night. Hello?
It's John Brown.
Mr. Brown, what can we do for you?
Can I come see you?
Of course, when?
Now.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Tomorrow morning then.
I've got appointments all day, but I obviously do want to.
Tomorrow night then. Don't make me wait any longer.
Yes, of course. Look, I've got to run home for an hour or so, but I can meet you at the hospital for, say, 7?
I'll be there.
Sorry, John. Arthur, we just couldn't rest.
John, love, how are you? Brian says you looked at all well.
Okay, Christine, look.
I brought you some broth.
What?
Well, Brian says that new girlfriend of yours doesn't look after you properly.
What?
Well, tea's never on the table when you walk in. You're wasting away. Where is she? I'll give her a piece of my mind.
Oh, step in on Christine, there's not much to go around.
No, I'd rather you.
Out with the raz, I suppose, leaving you to fend for yourself.
She's in the shower.
Have you eaten, John?
Well, no.
See what I mean? You need something to build you up. Try this. It's full of goodness.
Christine, stop fussing over him.
Well, it's true. Look at him. He's like a rake. You're not one of those vegetarians, are you?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, Brian, stop eating his grapes.
Sorry, there's a few.
What's left of them?
This is spoken of you both, but...
Listen, John, if you weren't sick.
John, have you seen my hair straighteners?
No.
They put them beside the bed.
They're probably by the side of the bed.
They're not. Are they down there?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I'm coming down to take a look.
Brian, Christine, I need your help.
To look for hair straighteners.
No, something else.
Name it, John, that's why we're here.
Look, there's no time to explain, but the whole hospital thing, the illness, Laura doesn't know anything about it yet. I'd appreciate it if you did mention it.
No, doesn't know about it yet.
Oh, I need to work this out my own way. Please, Brian.
The alcohol.
Can I introduce?
Could have said you had guests.
This is Brian, party chairman Brian, and his wife Christine.
Hello.
My pleasure.
Hair straighteners?
Right, I'll go have a man look, shall I? Won't be a second. You three just, mingle.
Sorry to be rude, but I'm running late. Carry that out.
That's okay. Christine and I were just, passing.
And we thought we'd bring him some broth.
As you do.
Hair straighteners.
Where were they?
Down the side of the beds.
No, where did I look?
Did you look under the towel?
You put a towel over them?
No, you put the towel over them.
My towel was on the bed.
Until it fell off.
Oh, so that was my fault again then.
Now, I'll be to take full responsibility for what happens to your towel after you've had a shower. It's only fair.
I really haven't got time for this.
That was Laura.
She needs a good slap.
Oh, I'm sorry, nothing.
You didn't mention...
No.
Thanks.
Listen, John, whatever you're going through, you clearly can't face it alone.
A trouble shared is a trouble half, John.
I appreciate your concerns, honestly, but I just need to do things by myself first, if that's okay.
Oh, suit yourself.
Thanks for the broth, Christine. It looks splendid.
I need time. It'll need warming up.
You may as well finish off the rest of these grapes, Brian.
Christine, love, would you mind go waiting in the car? Man's help. Alright, John, what's going on?
Why not now?
I thought we were friends.
I'm not in the mood for this.
Oh, that girl's not right for you.
Mind your own business.
Whatever affects the party is my business, John.
This has nothing to do with
Whatever
the party.
affects the party leader is my business, John.
I'm not going for party leader. I thought I made that perfectly clear.
Is that your decision or hers?
What?
She's too headstrong.
And you're not?
She's too...
Female?
Listen, John, I'm just offering some well-intentioned advice from a man to man.
Good night, Brian.
I was assuming he wanted to talk about starting the treatment.
But
Well, he had another question first.
So, what am I going to tell my girlfriend?
Look, I know none of this is easy, but you've just got to tell her that it's the only treatment we have.
But she doesn't even know I'm ill.
What?
She wouldn't be able to cope with this. She's too high strung. She wouldn't cope. I know she wouldn't. I can't tell her.
Do you want me to tell her?
No, that's not what I meant. Look, you're a woman,
Yes, we've established that.
right? So, what's the best way to handle this? Okay, I certainly got to tell her, but is there some way I could tell her without her really knowing? You know what I mean?
No.
Perhaps I could half tell her. Just leave out the bad bits.
Which are the good bits?
You're not helping.
John, I'm not a relation counsellor, but she has to know. The way I see it, either you go green or you die. Either way, she's going to notice a slight change in you.
I'm not sure she would.
What?
Nothing. Look, I'm just not 100% certain I want to do this.
I can understand that.
Can you?
Of course. Because you can imagine waking up tomorrow and being green. It's tangible and it's not nice. And you think, why would I do that to myself?
Well, I know why I should.
But you don't. Not really. I mean, only in theory. You've just taken my word for it. So yes, you can easily imagine what it might be like to be green, and it's not a great prospect. But what you can't possibly imagine is...
Go on.
What you can't possibly imagine is how ill you're going to feel. Because it's not real. That hasn't happened yet, but I'm afraid once it does, it might be too late.
You know what? I like how we see you. You always manage to cheer me up.
Take it with you. If you decide to go ahead, just knock it back.
Knock it back.
Yes, there's plenty more where that came from. I produced it in my lab.
You have a lab.
Yes, I have a lab.
And to wear coats.
Actually, I have a green coat. It doesn't do the things.
Is that a joke?
An attempt.
Right, so you made this stuff.
I don't make it. I cultivate it.
What does that mean? You take it to the opera?
Like I said, it's a naturally occurring fungus. It normally grows on trees.
Unlike money.
Far more valuable than money. To you, anyway.
What does it taste like then? This is going to be more bad news, isn't it?
Yes. How can I explain it? Ever had a smoothie?
Yes, I've asked me these.
Think of this like a roughie.
Not bad, eh?
Yes, I'd recommend you knock that back and then quickly have something you like a smoothie.
So, what you're saying is I should learn to take a roughie with a smoothie.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
How bad is it?
Well, it's not going to be the best thing you've ever tasted now, is it?
Well, be more specific.
Well, I'd imagine it tastes like... Well, what would you imagine bioluminescent fungus would taste like?
Imagine.
Yes.
So you haven't tried it?
Do I look green?
Not even a little nibble?
Do I look green?
Any complaints from the rats?
Rats eat trash, rotting flesh, and dung, Mr. Brown.
Right.
They wouldn't touch this stuff. I force feed it to them.
Well, it's always a joy, Doc.
I should probably let you know I'm not a doctor.
What?
I'm not a doctor.
You said you're a medical professional,
I am?
the leading expert on this disease.
Yeah.
So what does that make you? A scientist?
Not quite.
You have a lab.
Yes.
So what does that make you?
A lady with a lab.
You're not a politician, are you?
No, why?
Because right now I'm finding it very hard to get a straight answer from you. So one last chance, Alan Gascoigne. What are you?
A vet.
You really saved the best till last, haven't you? I not only get the world's rarest, but most lethal disease, But what else happens? I get taken to the vets.
This disease is all in animals, Mr. Brown.
What do you want to do? Keep me in the cage overnight? Yeah, babble up my pet insurance.
Look, I know you're upset, but
Upset? Upset? Right now, I'm facing a choice between premature death and overnight transformation into Clara the Bloody Frog. And the best the NHS has to come up with is Dr. Doolittle's wife.
okay, that's enough. I know this isn't ideal for you, Mr. Frog, but I worked bloody hard trying to beat this wretched disease when nobody else wants to know. Night after night, I was in my lab and all the other doctors were tucked up in bed. I was testing and retesting till my eyes were stinging and my head was spinning. Going to bed with hope, waking up with despair, starting all over again. New theories, new hope, new despair. This disease was making me ill, and I hadn't even got it. But I was not going to let this bastard beat me. And it's taken discipline and patience and a lot more guts than I knew I had. And yes, a huge dollop of luck. But I think I'm finally onto something worthwhile. And yes, I may be just a woman, and I may be just a vet, but right now, I'm all you've got. So why don't you just show a little bit more respect?
Wow.
I'm so sorry. That was so unprofessional of me, even for a vet.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
There's no need.
Every need.
No.
Yes,
Let's just agree to disagree.
agreed.
Well, that was quite the speech.
I'm passionate about what I do.
Clearly. So, what got you into all this?
My husband,
No, you see a doctor.
a patient.
What?
He was the first person ever to die of this disease.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Everyone just stood around, shrugging their shoulders. No one knew what to do. I vowed there and then I would do anything I could to beat this disease.
Right.
I loved my husband, Mr. Brown. And if I could turn him green or blue or stripy orange, just to have him back for one more second, I wouldn't have happy.
Look. All that stuff I said the other day about you doing this for your reputation, well, I feel like a complete arse.
Good. Now it's personal. So don't you dare die me, Mr. Brown.
I'll do my best.
I wish we could have met under less stressful circumstances. You seem like a fun guy.
Yeah, he's a fun guy too. I'll see ya.
So he was back home for the heart-to-heart with girlfriend.
Hiya,
Hi.
where you been?
Out. You.
In.
Look, I'm sorry about yesterday. What are you watching?
The invaders.
Oh, who's invading?
Alien spores came into the space shuttle, get into the bloodstream. Everybody's turned into aliens.
Huh. Well, I went to the hospital.
Oh, you are kidding me.
I thought it was just an appointment with...
Don't go into the lift, don't go into the lift. Shit!
What?
She went into the lift, why would she do that? I knew it. I saw that one coming. He's got it now.
Who?
Nicole Kidman's husband. He's infected. It's only a matter of time.
Right.
It happens in their sleep.
What does?
The transformation. They go to bed human and wake up as an alien. Shit! Shoot! He's on your husband! Just shoot the bugger! Yes! Well, I'm open.
What? What about film?
That's pretty much it. Guy in the helicopter finds an antidote. Virus dies the only better now.
How do you know?
Seen it before. Anyway, I'm exhausted. Come to bed?
I'll finish my drink.
Okay, good then.
Night.
And as you can hear from the reaction there, John Brown is fast becoming very much the darling of the party. A party that's currently flying up the ratings. In fact, they've gained no less than 2 percentage points every month during the last 4 months. Quite an astonishing performance, and due some feel in no small measure to this man's popularity with the voters. So much so that some commentators are even tipping him not just to lead the party, but as future Prime Minister. A Green Prime Minister? Well, you wouldn't put your house on it. Let's face it, stranger things have happened in politics. This is Nick Robertson, BBC News, at the Green Party Conference.
Brian, it's John.
John, I've been worried sick. How are you?
Okay, I'm okay.
I would have rung, but...
That's fine, honestly. Brian, can I come see you?
Of course, we could be at HQ.
I'd prefer somewhere a bit more private.
Oh, how about my club?
How about your house?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right, Brian, I know we've joked in the past about your sexist attitudes.
I'm not sexist.
Most people say you are.
And if you notice, John, they're all women. What does that tell you?
Well, be that as it may. Brian, serious question. Would you ever discriminate someone based on the colour of their skin?
Of course not. Why?
No reason. I'll see you later, Brian.
Who was that?
John.
Golly, how is he?
Okay, I think he seemed a bit chirpy anyway. He wants to come see me tomorrow.
Did he say anything about his illness?
No?
Golly, I hope he's okay.
Interesting enough. I know I'm an old politician and that, and I'm not racist, am I?
Racist?
John's just asked.
What the hell for?
Don't know.
You haven't upset anyone, have you?
No.
Well, maybe he's got somebody in mind for the party. Ethnic minority candidate, perhaps?
Perhaps.
That wouldn't be a problem, would it?
No. Diversity is the big buzzword these days after all, Christine.
Right. Well, you're a lot of things, my dear. But you're no racist.
And, what about sexist?
I'd better get on with the washing.
John?
You alright? Fine, why'd you ask?
Promise me something.
What?
That you won't turn into an alien during the night.
Do my best. Never promises, though.
We're going to have a break for 10 minutes.
Ah! Luckily, John had gone before the police arrived.
Please.
Yes, Laura, quite hysterically, called the police and told them that her boyfriend had turned into an alien in the night. The police, of course, felt obliged to politely check it out before equally politely having us sectioned under the Mental Health Act. She was returned a week or so later when the full facts emerged, but it was the end of their relationship.
You don't say.
Yes, but at that time he was already on his way to be party chairman. So apparently that didn't go too well either.
John's here.
His illness. It's not some kind of skin condition, is it?
Don't know. Why?
Oh, you'll see.
Morning. Oh, John.
Thanks for saying me.
I'm not sure I am.
What?
Seeing you, you look like the Invisible Man.
I'll take it off in a while, if that's okay.
Whatever.
You're probably wondering, well, why?
Yes, I'm tad curious, but in your own time.
Right.
I can't offer you a drink, can I?
I'll have a cup of tea.
Tea?
If it's any trouble.
No, that's no problem. Christine, love, would you mind giving John a cup of tea?
Okay.
You can finish your ironing first, though, no rush. Joke.
Alright, I want to talk to you about the leadership.
Oh, leadership.
I changed my mind. I want to stand.
That's fantastic. That's,
What?
not trying to be funny here, John, but how am I sure that's you?
I'll take it off, shall I? I'll have to sooner or later. But I should warn you, I'm not quite as much remember me.
Yeah. You do forget, my friend, that I did serve time in the war. Seen some very hard things in my time in Bosnia, so whatever this is, it can't be too, shit! Christine, though! Clumsy! Yeah, I know! I don't know! Why don't you try and get John another cup of tea? Just not in that cup.
Excuse me.
Sorry about that.
It's quite shocking, isn't it?
A tad surprising, yes. This, illness.
This isn't the illness, this is the treatment.
Oh!
It's a side effect of the medication.
Right?
It's a green bioluminescent fungus.
Nice.
I have to drink it.
Lovely.
And it tastes like the steaming outpourings of Satan's bottom.
Have you tried holding your nose?
Oh, that's how it tastes when I'm holding my nose. I dread to think what it tastes otherwise.
This illness it's not contagious.
Are you alright, Brian?
Why?
You've got a bit of a funny colour. There, it's all catching. Go green or die, Brian. Remember? It came true. I never meant for it to be taken quite literally, but...
And what did Laura say?
Say, nothing really, she just sort of shrieked and ran off. A bit like Christine.
That's women for you, John. Can't take the green issues. No, Christine, love, don't worry. John's just taking some medication at the moment, and as you can see, it's turned his skin a slight pallor.
Spoken like a true politician. What he means, Christine, is I've gone vivid green, and well, I look like an alien. Funny that, right? That's what you called me the other day at the conference. An alien imposter.
I knew something was up.
I'm sorry, John.
Well, it's not your fault, Christine.
So, when did this happen?
Last night.
Oh, have you seen a doctor?
Of course he's pretty well seen a doctor, you daft prune. What, he went
my vet.
A vet! A bloody vet! That wasn't a joke, was it? No. A vet!
I'm just as shocked as you, Ryan. She's the best. Trust me.
But vets are for animals, John.
Yes, I'm sure he knows that, Christine. This disease started in animals, Christine, and then mutated to humans.
Bit like bird flu.
Which started in birds.
And what's it? Swine flu?
Which started in pigs.
So, what's it called?
I can't remember.
You can't remember your own disease.
Oh, some Latin name. Oh, it began with a C.
Caesar?
Caesar.
Well, he was Latin, wasn't he? I'm only trying to help. Oh, I could look it up in my magical book.
No, you couldn't, you daft cow.
It's a brand of disease! Oh, I'm one of the very first to get it, Christine.
Oh. So, what now?
Grass. Alright, take this.
What is that?
Fungus.
It doesn't look very nice.
It's not, but it's keeping me alive.
Does it count as one of your 5 a day?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Pity. So my mother always told me to eat my greens. Mind you, she's mad on
Christine,
cod liver.
love, would you mind? John and I have to speak politics. You know, boring you find out.
I'll just go do some embroidery work, shall I?
I swear, John, if that woman had any brains, she's dangerous. So listen, what are we going to do now? We have to think logically, like...
What do you mean, Brian?
I mean from a PR point of view, John.
Yeah.
We have to get you away or something abroad, perhaps.
Away?
A mate of mine has a lovely villa in Cyprus.
Are you trying to deport me, Brian?
No, but I mean, the media's going to leave you alive, John.
I'll handle the media.
You?
Yes, why not?
How?
With one off-front clean swift strike, I'll do a TV press conference, explain my disease, and use it to launch some powerful party messages. And at the same time, announce my candidacy for leadership.
Leadership?
Yes.
Not now, surely.
Why not?
You agreed, John.
I can say that.
It'd be easy if you were black.
You would rather I was black.
Well, in green, yes. Well, at least then I could sell you to the party.
Sell me? What am I, a slave?
That's not what I meant.
No, Brian, I don't know. Our friendship is only skin deep.
How can I support you now, John? Look at you.
Shame on you, Brian.
John!
You're always a belligerent old bugger, Brian. A crusty, opinionated, dogmatic, misguided, stuck in the past. A good old-fashioned political bully and a bigot.
Well, thanks.
Do you know what? I liked you. I liked you because underneath the surface, under that thick-skinned white rhino exterior, I thought there was some real moral granite. A real sense of wanting to do the right thing, even if it sometimes went against the grain. I thought you had some balls, Brian.
My balls have been where they've always been, John, on the line! What I do for the other party!
Stick this in your mouth, Professor Brian. I'm running for leadership, with or without your support.
John!
You two have a row.
Oh, you heard, did you?
Should imagine the whole street heard. So, what now?
Fancy a couple of weeks in Cyprus.
Hello.
Hello. Have a seat.
Thanks.
So, did you try the fungus?
One day, Miss Gascoigne, that droll sense of humour of yours will get you into trouble.
Sorry. Well, for what it's worth, I think you've made the right decision.
It's worth a lot. Life's the decisions we make.
Speaking of which, dare I ask, Did you mention this to your girlfriend?
She knows. Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, she thinks I'm an alien.
Right. Good compromise.
I did try to tell her.
Of course.
No, I did. I even tried going by the house the other day to see if she was still there. But there was an armed SWAT team outside, so I thought, let's leave it for now.
Probably wise. Anyway, I'm glad you came.
Well, the past few days have been a bit of a blur. Today, I'm focused. Today, I've got questions.
Fire away.
Right, so, question 1. How do I want to take this stuff?
About once a week.
Once a week. Right. I couldn't go on worse.
So, how's it taste?
If you'd have told me to take it 3 times a day with meals, I would have ended it here and now.
Not bad, eh?
Imagine dissolving your granny's toenails in urine.
I'd rather not. Thanks. Have you tried holding?
Holding my nose. Yes. That piece of ice with sliced lemon doesn't work either. Or a smoothie. So, once a week.
Well, I'd have to do some blood tests to set an accurate dosage, but yes, that should be enough to keep the disease at bay for now. And to help you chop off your tan.
Question 2. If I stop taking this stuff, how long before my colour goes back to normal?
That's irrelevant.
Why?
Well, the colour would fade, but slowly. You'd be dead first.
Question 3. Will you help me?
I'm trying my best.
Something more. I've decided to leave the party, to run for Parliament.
Well, congratulations.
And I want you by my side.
Sorry?
I need someone standing alongside me to explain the disease and the treatment. Someone to explain to the masses that I'm not some publicity-seeking freak. In short, I need someone with the credibility that, well, only a vet can give me.
I'll overlook that last remark, but yes, I'd be on it.
Prophetic words, and as they say, the rest is history.
Yes, we called a press conference and got the predictive gasps of disbelief, the jibes, the mockery. I could see John was starting to shrivel up inside. It was horrible. He was about to get up and leave, and then, I don't know, something inside me just snapped, and I unleashed my now infamous rant.
That was no rant. That was one of the most powerful, positive, and meaningful speeches of all time. Do you know how many hits it had on YouTube?
Shocked me.
57 million. One of the most watched political clips of all time.
Well, you know how the British love an underdog. But once everyone realised that it wasn't a hoax, they bought into me and John big time. Within a week, he was the most famous politician in the world. Within a year, he was Prime Minister. And within 18 months, we were married.
That was a real fairy tale, well.
Yes, the bride wore green.
I've never seen John more happier.
Yes, he felt acceptance. No, more than acceptance. Celebrity. And I think genuine respect for his ideas. And, of course, real influence. He was PM, for God's sake. Huge player on the world stage. I think, for the first time since his illness, he felt truly comfortable in his own skin.
So, what changed?
It was a rare night off from all the madness. Just the two of us at home in number 10. We promised ourselves some quality time. When I walked in, I found him just staring at a window. John? John, what's wrong?
What colour will our kids be?
I wondered when it'd be until you asked me that.
Well, I'm slow when I get there in the end.
The short answer is, I'm not 100% certain.
And the longer answer?
I'm 99% certain.
Somehow seems even shorter.
John, we have to be realistic. Your sperm glows in the dark.
So maybe green.
Light green.
Of course.
I have conducted some tests.
You make me suck with other green men.
Mice.
You make me suck with mice.
I've bred some white females with infected green males.
Oh my god.
And it's what you'd expect. Lots of light green babies. No sign of disease itself being transmitted though, which is encouraging.
Brilliant. And you were going to mention this to me when exactly?
When, if you asked me if I wanted kids.
Do you want kids?
Yes, very much.
Green kids. Kids that will get bullied by other kids.
I don't know, John.
Do you want a divorce?
What? No, I want your kids.
My kids would be green.
All kids would be green. Light green.
Look at the little one. She gets her mother's nose all right. And tell me that green tinge. I'm assuming she gets that from her father.
Stop doing this yourself, please.
No kids. Not for us, Madeline. It's not fair.
What if there was another way?
Celery's father?
No, your kids, I said. Look, I know it's a long shot, but is there any chance that before you started medication that you managed to
Managed to what exactly?
store away any of your sperm?
Store away any of my sperm.
People do that now, like frozen.
I'll have a look in the fridge.
I said it was a long shot.
Ice cube.
Here's an even longer shot. I've been talking to a lobby group yesterday, GM Crops.
Right, so
So, would it be worth it talking to genetic scientists about this sort of stuff?
in what way?
Well, we're able to genetically modify plants, right? Crops, vegetables, you name it. They're really good at this sort of stuff. Could it be possible to get someone to engineer the fungus so it keeps its natural properties, but just engineer it into a different colour?
That, John Brown, it's a brilliant idea. And one I've never thought of.
Can it be done?
Oh, I have no idea, I'm just a vet. But I'll look into it.
Right, well, here's your man.
Professor Dayton, I'll talk to him.
Right.
Where are you going?
To get a bottle of wine. It's been a hard day.
Count me in.
Do you want anything else while I'm there? Yogurt. Spam sample.
Sense of humour, that man. So genetic engineering, clever idea.
Yes, well, neither of us knew if it could be done. So I could see Seán was starting to pin his hopes on it, so I approached a man called Professor Dayton at Oxford University, claiming to be the leading expert in GM technology.
And was he?
Well, it was a cocky so give him that. I expected him to say, can't be done with this strain of fungus, or perhaps I could darken the shade a little, or something like that.
And?
Well, he handed me this.
That?
A Dulux colour chart. What colour do you want to be said?
That's confident, yeah.
John was over the moon. I'd never seen him so bubbly. He even patched up his differences with Brian. Brought him back as party chairman.
I'm torn between jasmine shimmer and Sunday terracotta. You know, for that all-round Mediterranean tan look.
Oh. I quite like the one look.
No, I touch with curtains. What's all of this?
Oh, the French president has invited us to a fancy dress ball after the summit next week. Accepted on your behalf.
Count to Monte Cristo. Very dashing. Do I have to have any sword fighting lessons?
Oh, well, it's not yours, John. It's yours.
Shrek! No, Brian.
Everybody loves Shrek, John. I have accepted, by the way.
Well, unaccept.
I can't do that. It would be embarrassing.
Oh, we can't have that. We can't have anyone feeling embarrassed now, can we?
Anyway, morning briefing.
Anything interesting?
Not particularly, but you're going to have to make an emergency statement to the House this morning on food safety.
What now?
The FSA has done some random testing and has found horse meat in some supermarket frozen products.
That's nothing new.
It was a fish finger.
Ah,
Part of a hoof, apparently. The opposition says it's all your fault.
because?
No, it's always your fault, John.
Moving on.
The European Court has ruled against us again. Do you remember that radical cleric that tried to blow up Parliament?
What about it?
Apparently we breached his civil rights by refusing to pay for his love subscription. Love film subscription, even.
Oh, we're British. Surely we wouldn't be that cruel.
What Home Secretary says, he was allowed DVDs, but not Blu-rays.
And that's a breach of European law.
Discrimination apparently. Formatism, I believe.
Does he even have a Blu-ray player?
No, we have to pay for one.
What else?
Another news, 2 hospitals to open,
Oh, that's not so bad.
4 hospitals to close.
So, 2 minus 2 hospitals to open.
That's not how the spin doctors put it, John.
I'm sure it would.
Fishermen lobbying their quotas.
Boring.
The European Court of Human Rights has,
Shut up, Ryan.
Oh, and a popular new Scottish rock band wants you in their next video.
Oh, now that is interesting. What do you reckon, Brian? Our surgeons of Cool Britannia. Making politics accessible to kids. I could read off my street wet.
They're called the Martians.
Not be polite no, then.
Makes you wonder though, John. If they want you, if you're not green anymore.
You mean that they won't want me when I'm not a freak anymore?
That's not what I said.
Yeah, I think it is, Brian. You just didn't use the word freak. But you're right. I was getting old, boring politician again. My influence was the Minister of Light. I lose my place at the table of the rich and famous. The party will wither on the vine. You'll be overlooked. Well, will show us really concrete priorities in resurgence to economic expectancy, and the world will shrivel up and die.
No pressure, though. So you're sure you won't reconsider staying green then?
If I had the chance to be normal, Brian, if my kids to be normal, I'm going to take it. It's the good of the party leader.
Well, you will be missed, John. You certainly lit up the corridors of power, especially at night.
Am I allowed in, or you two still talking politics?
I believe you've met my wife. She's a woman. We don't call that against her. And Brian was just leaving, and taking the Shrek here with me.
I know when I'm not wanted.
I'm sure you would, Brian, as it's most of the time.
Seriously, John? Think you know that?
Brian wants me to stay green, but go to the party.
Is that the same Brian that wanted you to not go green for the good of the party?
The very same. I believe it's what we politicians call a U-turn. Being green is now the new not being green.
And have you thought it over?
Yes, well, I'd like to get out of this fancy dress costume now, if that's alright.
Good. Let me get something for you. Look what I have for you.
I'm so professional. Is that it?
That's it.
It looks different.
You always do. I think it dries lighter.
Ah. So, knock it back.
Knock it back.
Ah.
Well?
Oh, it tastes like car droppings.
Is that good?
Oh, well, it's a definite improvement from the last one.
Right.
So, how long before... Oh, I noticed a difference.
Well, if it's anything like the other stuff, you should start going beige in a few days.
What about my personality?
What about it?
Will I be going beige too?
Are you suggesting people only like you because you're green?
Cross my mind.
Not this one.
Brian says...
Never mind what Brian says. Brian's not you.
Indeed. So, I am doing the right thing.
Is that a question or a statement?
A statement with a question mark at the end.
You wanted your kids not to be green, John. Any caring parent would understand that. John? John, are you okay?
It's fine. Just stomach cramps. I'll be...
John! John, what's wrong? John? Oh! John! Give me an ambulance, please! John was dead.
I heard all the press speculation, of course. What really happened?
I don't know. No one does. The hospital pumped his stomach and I reverted straight back to the other fungus. We did all the usual blood monitoring. It was all working for about a week and then all of a sudden it wasn't. The most likely explanation is the disease had mutated in such a way that we don't yet understand. And then it ran riots. Quickly, savagely. Within a week, my husband was reduced to a virtual skeleton.
Okay, Madeline, I've done what you asked. I've listened.
Yes, thank you.
And now I'm supposed to ask the obvious question.
Why am I telling you all this?
Yes.
Because you're head of national security, and I've committed a crime against the state.
What crime?
I killed John Brown, Sir Clive. I murdered the Prime Minister.
Madeline, you can't say that in this building, even in jest.
That's why I came to this building.
CCTV for Rule 4. Recycle, please, now.
Recycle?
We're going very green here.
You mean erase?
We like to do our bit for sustainability.
Sir Clive, please, it's taken me 15 horrible sleepless nights to get this off my chest. I want this off on record.
We'll come to this in due course, but first I would like to ask what you said.
I'd only watched one husband die from this disease. I wasn't about to let John go the same way. So I reverted to type. I did what any vet would do when faced with innocent, intolerable suffering. I put him to sleep.
I'm not sure what you want me to do.
Have me arrested.
Why?
Because I killed a man. I committed a crime, Sir Clive.
By a few hours,
Does that matter?
you also extended his life by 5 years.
That's not relevant.
Oh, I think it's very relevant.
The law wouldn't agree with you.
Well, I'm not much interested in the law, only justice.
But it's your job.
My job is to serve the best interests of this country.
Sir Clive,
Let me ask you a question, Madeline. How would you sum up John Brown's legacy?
his legacy.
The most influential politician of the 21st century.
Yes.
Would you agree that John Brown did more than any man has ever done to persuade world leaders to take sustainability seriously
I would.
and to put in place policies which may yet avert future catastrophe on a global scale? So his place in history is assured.
I'd like to think so.
So it's not too fanciful to suggest that John Brown, in fact, almost single-handedly saved the planet.
It's a very poetic way of putting it, but yes.
And you notice I said almost single-handedly, because without you, none of this would have happened.
Sir Clive, I know what you're trying to do.
So if I understand correctly, Madeline, you were asking me, the head of security for this tiny island in the North Sea, to arrest the woman who saved the planet. Forgive me, but I think that's a little above my pay scale.
Sir Clive.
Mrs. Brown, you're going to think me terribly rude, but I'm afraid I have another appointment.
Oh,
Yes, well, as you can imagine, with the heightened terrorist threat at the moment, I have a lot on my mind.
I'm sorry.
Which probably explains why, even though you've been talking for the past hour and a half, I haven't heard a single word. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go and arrange a car to take you home.
People can't be wrong, Madeline.
What do you mean?
The YouTube clip. People need a champion, now more than ever.
I'm not with you.
I think you are. There's a leadership election in 3 weeks. You've got a lot of work to do.
Me?
Who else?
I'm no politician.
No, you're not. You're honest. And what's more, you're bright, you're passionate, and you're articulate.
You're not serious.
There's more to a man than flesh and bones, Madeline. John knew that. You may have ultimately failed to conquer his disease, but now you have the chance to keep his spirit alive.
That's very flattering, but I know what you're up to.
Up to?
To keep me distracted? To lessen the grief?
Nothing wrong with that.
But this isn't about what's therapeutic for me. This is about what's best
Yes, for the party, yes. Brian will kick and squeal with what you being just a woman.
Oh, Brian can go to hell.
Yes, well, he'll have your back all the way.
You are serious.
Deadly. Do it, Madeline. Do it for yourself. But what's more, do it for John.
I know what this is all about. This is just my guilty mind playing tricks on me. How do I know that that's what John would really say?
I'll send you a sign.
A sign? John? John?
Madeline,
Sir Clive, I was
it's
just...
all right. Your car is ready.
Thank you, Sir Clive, for everything.
My pleasure.
I know John trusted you. Glad I did too.
Well, I hope this helped to share your little secret, Madeline. But this where it ends. Your husband was a wonderful man. A little bit green at times, but wonderful. I got to know him very well as he was PM. Very well indeed, enough to know that you were the only woman he ever loved.
I don't know what I'll do without him.
Oh, Madeline, I think that's obvious.
Really?
57 million people can't be wrong, man.
57 million people. Can't be wrong, Madeline.
Did you say?
Do you, Cliff? In the opinion of this humble voter, I think the people now need a champion. And I think you are it.
Sir Clive, would it be okay if your car dropped me to the party headquarters?
Of course.